Hello people and welcome back to the Singapore Grand Prix. If you missed the qualifying session, go check it out. Of course it was uploaded yesterday. Try not to get too many spoilers here, but if you have watched it, here is your grid rundown for today. Jack, for the first time this season, takes a point home and takes the pole position. Noah in P2, we're diving on down to Joe in P16, Ian in P18, and the rookie of the season, Robin in P22, as he disqualifies from a formation lap. Anyway, I am not alone, once again, thank God, because, you know, you lot have listened to me ramble on for too many races now on my own. So, the shining light here is here, as always. He's back, once again, Ritvik's here.
Hello everybody, great to be back at Singapore, like my last race. It's nice to be back where I belong in this commentary box. It's nice to be back with you, Dan. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad, especially after that qualifying session.
I know, tell me about it. It was a crazy one. It didn't seem all that eventful until literally the last second.
But is this race possibly in for something eventful? We know, from driver testimonies themselves, for this track they are struggling to race on. It is like driving a ship, they say. It is, this could be impeccable for these drivers. We could be seeing, hopefully, touch wood, we could be seeing safety cars, red flags potentially. That is what I've been told by these drivers, so this is going to get good. But the story of the day is we have two Aston Martins in the top three.
Yeah, and that is huge for the drivers, the Constructors Championship as well. And I must say as well, the opportunity here for the AI and Fernando Alonso to take over George cannot be understated. He has every opportunity to overtake. Maybe should. I might think he should.
Potentially, but of course, something I haven't told you is earlier on, Jack, rejoined and said, look, I'm back. And I had to say, look, unfortunately, your old team has been filled now. Robin has joined Haas. You can no longer be in Haas. And he said, I gave him a list of options, and he said, Aston Martin. And I made sure to mention, Alonso, he's in P3 of the championship. He's been doing quite well. He's like, I ain't getting rid of Alonso then. Stroll is out, Alonso staying. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go, and no early takeoffs this time. Of course, last time we had it, but nevertheless, who gets the better star? Jack out in front, holds it together. How will Noah respond here?
It's a good start from the Aston Martin. I know it's very close behind, as I said before, but they have both actually quite well pulled away from Fernando Alonso. Already almost a second behind. He is over a second behind. Something's happening there. They're all fighting back there in P3 and 4 as Alonso gets tied up with Lewis Hamilton as we stay out in the lead with top 2. Very, very close to each other. Really closely behind. Really have an opportunity going into this next mini straight. Who knows who has the battery consumption, who has the battery speeding. And it looks like Jack might just be far enough ahead.
Oh god, they're all eclipsing me.
No. Oh, great.
Yeah. Ian.
What happens?
No, come on, okay. The worst thing happened, I broke my wing.
Oh no.
Which is terrible because I'm on the first lap. Yeah, this is race shot. Yeah, this is...
Am I going to be the underdog and be the one out of us to actually finish the race?
Okay. Might be, but yeah, Jack seems to be pulling out a good lead here in P1. He's now 7 tenths ahead of Noah, who seems to not be able to keep up and bring down that gap anymore. But we will see what happens. Oh, as he's just hit the wall there, has Jack. I don't know if that might have caused any damage to Aston Martin, but it's given a couple of tenths back to Noah. We might have to see what that does across the longevity of this race. What do you think of the first two laps?
Mate, it has been eventful, hasn't it? I mean, we knew going in for Singapore is dangerous. You know, these cars are potentially not suited to Singapore. But Jack has handled the pressure from Noah, majorly, and he's been impressive. That's what I'm trying to say. Noah on me offensive, but cannot find a way past Jack at all. Of course, Ian now down in the pits as well due to his little accident. He will have to build back up, but I'm sure he will be able to. Robin's still holding it in P21. Hopefully we'll build back some pace, but you know, he's a bit of a rookie, so we'll see what happens. Joe up in P14, hopefully again going to go on recovery, but we shall see what happens. We're going to jump back up to the P1 battle, because that is the one battle we do not want to miss today.
No, and it's looking saucy. There are moments where
Noah side by side here on me outside. No, that's the inside. I can't remember. I've gone really wrong there, but Noah fastest lap with 1:33.864 again side by side, but could not make it work. Jack stays in front,
and this is a really good contest between the two drivers, as Noah, it seems to be a bit too far back, and then to essentially come back at him in the way that he did. He must have been saving battery, and he must have been waiting for the best opportunity to come, so he might do it again here. This is a really, really enticing battle between the two of them.
There you are. You can now see the telemetry and battery. Sorry, I didn't realise you couldn't see it. I couldn't see it either. But nevertheless, this is a brilliant battle so far. Joe pitting now, down in P21. Has he had a slip out as well?
I mean, there is everything going on here.
I can't believe this. Two potential slip outs so far. Now Robin up in P19. Hadjar, yeah, I'm not sure if he was in pits, but Robin's got an overtake. This is brilliant. But we're going to jump back up. We're on lap number 3. Of course, out of 31, we've still got a long time to go. Jack almost slipped out there, but just staying ahead of Noah for now. Noah must be getting utterly frustrated with the fact he cannot find a way around Jack.
Yeah, absolutely, and he doesn't want to take too much out of his tyres either. You don't want to risk your tyres being too worn and too degraded to then be able to keep up with him for the rest of the race. You need to keep it paced up.
Noah now, side by side, down the inside, but Jack's gone off the track. But I think he's giving it back to Noah. Will the switch back work? It doesn't. Oh no, they're side by side again. Oh my word, what brilliant driving we have. And I think Jack has taken it back.
Wow.
What?
Tense between the two drivers. They're so close. They're so feisty up here. And there's no splitting them, honestly.
What a battle so far this is turning out to be. I did not expect this from Jack.
Not at all, as Noah might have an opportunity again in this straight, the coming up straight, maybe, who knows. This is a really, really important.
Oh, their mic goes a little fuzzy again. I'm not sure what happens, but their tyres must be getting absolutely eaten up from this battle. I mean, it's clearly got to be both of their tyres. But, yeah, they're going to have to pull an early pit stop if they carry on like this. Or will Noah eventually back off here?
Yeah, I mean, they seem to be keeping up quite well so far. The way they're harvesting battery, you are seeing Jack constantly have sort of 80 to 90, and the same with Noah. But and is there an opportunity here for Noah? If you look, maybe go down the inside into turn 1. Is he going to go for it? Is he keeping up back? Is he going to go for it? No, he's keeping up back, but he's locked up there, his Jack. And that might be the opportunity Noah is looking for. It is the opportunity. He's going on the inside, and he's ahead. But can Jack come back around? Is there enough battery? Is he going around the outside? I don't know. Noah keeps the place. My word, what a battle we're seeing here.
I cannot believe this. Will Jack be able to come back? It's only lap number 5 of 31. There's still loads of lap left to go. But what a battle we are seeing. Clearly Jack is out there for blood. He wants that win. You know, I mean, Joe with a 133.517 pulling fastest lap here, still in that P21 position there. Ian's still down in P22, Robin in P20. So those we have a lot of recovery left to do. But Jack is now unfortunately losing time on Noah. Noah is just pulling away here.
There must have been an issue of some sort that we've missed. Maybe that contact with the side barrier earlier may have caused more damage than we initially thought, or maybe there was just a bit of contact in that camera angle that was slightly skewed before. But there is now a significant gap developing between the two. And is this now the opportunity that Noah wanted and Noah was looking for to pull away?
But Jack going into the pits now. Has he got wing damage? This is a massively early pit for mediums.
Yeah, extremely. He must have had some damage there. There must have been something that we missed.
Yeah, there's a new wingman.
Yeah, so there must have been contact. I think there was contact between the two of them in that final fight that happened between Noah and Jack. That's caused him now to have to pit, and that has put a bit of a taint on his race. But we'll see what happens.
I do wonder if there will have to be an investigation into that later or not. It is unfortunate, and unfortunately, my game has now glitched. Please, that is actually going to be it for us to race now. We have a glitched wing on Jack. Oh, brilliant.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no, anyway, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. Unfortunately now, though, we are in a spot once again where our drivers are so split up, there is going to be nothing going on for a while.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a dry one here, folks, for a little bit until the second round of pit stops, if there is one. I wonder if there will be a second round. It's going to be an interesting thing.
Absolutely. I might just turn you up a bit because you do seem to just keep cutting out a bit, Ritvik. I'm not too sure why. It will cut the gameplay really quickly, but of course there's nothing going on right now, so you're just going to have to listen to our voices 1 second. I apologise, people. There we are, turned up a little bit. We are back. Sorry about that, people. But we are back to the gameplay. Anyway, Jack is approaching. Oh, Robin's retired. Oh, he's crashed out.
Ooh.
Safety car.
Oh, wow. That's huge. That is huge, and that's hugely beneficial for Noah. Jack will feel he's been really hard done by there, as he's just pitted a lap or two ago, and now there's a full safety car, which essentially means that Noah can have a really cheap pit stop, and because of the gap between who is that? That's between actually. No, maybe this does give actually, in fact, an opportunity for Jack to catch up to the rest of the pack as they all bunch together. But it does give Noah a really cheap pit stop, and that does mean that he'll have the fresher tyres and have that position. Jack will feel hard done by.
Absolutely. Ian has got to be very careful here, because the last two safety cars we've had, he's managed to get drive-through penalty because of his delta being too high. So he has got to be drive-through penalty for Joe. Oh my word. Here we go again. Wow. Okay. I was saying Ian has to be careful, but nevertheless, hopefully he's learned his lesson as well. Otherwise, we're going to have a round of drive-throughs going on here. But Noah seems to be in the best position possible here. I mean, he's got, apart from AIs, he's got no one around him. He gets to pit as well. You know what?
Yeah.
Hards potentially here.
Yeah, probably. I would think he'll go on hards for the rest of the race, but we're not really sure what the strategy in terms of degradation is on this track. We're not sure if they will opt for another.
Just give me 1 second, Ritvik. Keep commentating, mate.
I believe that I believe that he has gone on the hards, but we'll have to see what inroads he can make on the rest of the pack. I think he's the only one that pitted almost from the top 10, which is a little strange. But we'll have to see what that does for the rest of the grid. As Jack will look to come back and look up to see if we can make inroads on.
I should be back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Right. Did you cover for me?
I did.
Thank you very much. No, unfortunately, my door, due to the wind from the windows and then in the house from the other windows and everything, decided to swing open, and I didn't notice. So I don't know how long that's been open for, but I've put a heavy box in front of it, so it should now stay shut. But Noah down in P13 here.
Yeah. So again, I do weirdly, strangely enough, think that a lot of people didn't end up picking it, which is a little bit strange considering it's a little bit pit stop. It is early in the window, I think. If it's the opportunity, you might as well pick it. I think let's see what they can both do here.
Absolutely. It's just, this is going to be crazy now. I mean, Joe and Ian still to catch up here. The safety car, of course, will not go until they have caught up. We're only into lap 9 now. So we've still got a while left of this race. And it's just, it seems to just, this race, it seems to not be, I don't know what the word, it seems to be unkind. You know what I'm trying to get at here.
Yes.
But it's maddening. I mean, of course, Robin, unfortunately, is, very much a rookie, as said, to this game. So, unfortunately, he did, it was always going to potentially crash out. There's always that possibility there. And he unfortunately did, but hopefully, he does improve over the next few races. But, this safety car, with Jack dropping off and Noah so far ahead, it is completely damaged Noah, I would say. And completely... Oh, for God's sake. My door has swung open again. 1 second. Sorry, Rivik.
Yeah, we will have to see. There will probably be about 20... Sorry. It will be about 10 laps. 11 laps in that the safety car will go in. Potentially in the next lap. Guys. So we will see how the race restart goes from there, as Ian now gets a 10-second time penalty for a collision with Joe. And safety car is in this. They're doing so much better. Ian now has a penalty. Joe has a penalty. Robin is out of the race in a really big car. This is information from Jack saying that he's hit the wall twice and the front wing did come off, which was the reason for his early pit stop before the safety car. So the safety car did hit. So as we come to the final corner of Sector 3, safety car will dart in, and the race pace will be dictated by Lewis Hamilton. And when he puts his foot on the pedal, that is when the rest. Here we go, folks, buckle up.
And here we are once again, green flags racing conditions. We are back on the racing. I apologise about that, but my door actually swung open that time, so I've had to close the windows now. So basically I'm going to burn up for the rest of this race, but oh well, here we are. Nevertheless, so Noah is up to P12 here. Recovery mode now for Noah and Jack. And of course for Joe and Ian. But Joe back into the pits here now. Ian with a penalty as well. What penalty is that? A 10-second penalty for Ian?
Yes, it was. It all happened just as you left. Actually, there was a severe collision between Ian and Joe. Supposedly, that cost Ian a 10-second time penalty. And the information coming out of the paddock was that Jack had an incident in the wall. lose his wing essentially.
That is unfortunate. Again, I hate to be bearer of bad news, Ritfit, but your mic is still a little bit muffly on occasions. I apologise about that, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be going good for some of our drivers, but nevertheless, Noah up to P10 now. Recovery mode for him and Jack. Jack gets the overtake on Lindblad here, up to P11, and it seems, Ritvik, when your mic is back, hopefully working, for this race between Noah and Jack is very much back on.
Absolutely. Noah will be trying to make as many overtakes as possible. They both need to be honest with you. That is.
Oh my word! The double overtake by Noah there. Round the outside. I'm learning.
That's exactly what they need to be doing as well. If I'm being honest with you, they need to make as many overtakes as quickly as possible whilst the pack is still bunched up, and that way they can. Avoid being held up essentially by a train of cars within 1 second of each other and able to use more boost.
Absolutely, but Noah now up to P7, going after the McLaren of Norris here, potentially round the outside here. Nicely done, a little bit of wheel contact I believe, but nevertheless Noah is through. Jack ahead of Albon as well, up to P8. These two are going for it. They want those P1 and P2 positions, and it seems this battle will not stop until the end.
Absolutely, and the fact that they're both already up where they are is incredible. Jack has made some serious inroads here from the position he was in initially. It's a really, really commendable effort from the two. Let's see what happens in the second half of this race, as we could be really tuning into a spectacle.
Absolutely here, but it seems Noah and Jack now on the straights. Noah targeting that Ferrari in P3. Jack after the Alpine of Colapinto in P5. Noah going for the overtake on Leclerc, but it wasn't possible here. But Noah, I'm sure, will go again into this corner. Was too far behind. But now on the straight, it seems like he's gonna go on the outside potentially, but he cannot get close enough here. And he pulls it round the inside.
I mean, this is some seriously enticing racing from these guys. They are doing so well, honestly, all of them.
100%. I mean, Noah back up to P3 now. Jack back up to P4. Both of them going for it. And I'm sure when they're both up ahead in P1 and P2 again, but I'm sure that will happen, this battle will come to an absolute head, but we shall see. Of course, Noah got the Aston Martin of Alonso up in P2, so it seems like Jack's going to have to get past his partner if he wants anything today. But Ian up to P16 now, slowly making his way around the AIs. And on recovery mode, I'm sure he will catch up, but more wing damage there for Ian. Unfortunately, it looks like he might have to pit, but with a 10-second penalty, that pit's going to take ages.
Absolutely, and this is really going to cost him. But we're seeing here that Jack has seemingly made more inroads than Noah since the safety. He only 5 tenths now, 7 tenths, but we're doing a second of Noah. We're going to have to see how fast Noah can get. I mean, he's got a bit of clear air right to get a lead ahead to Jack again, because that is a remarkable recovery from having to hit the wall and hit before a safety car, but then to Noah to have a cheap safety car and still be this close behind him with a serious recovery.
Absolutely. But it is down to Noah here now to go on the defensive. Of course, he is still after Alonso and Hamilton, but with Jack on the back of him, he will have a mountain to climb to not crumble potentially under the pressure of Jack there. But there is a reason for Noah is the Season 5 World Drivers' Champion, and he is the only Season 5 Constructors Champion. So I'm sure he will prove it here today. I mean, this is his chance to extend his gap massively. You haven't got George there. You've got Alonso up there, but there's no George in sight. There's no Peter in sight. This is his chance to get away. Joe, down in P21, unless a miracle happens, he's not going to gain any points here today. This is solely, massively, in Noah and Jack's hands to absolutely crush the points today.
Yeah, 100%. And just a lap ago, Noah was 2 seconds behind Fernando Alonso. But now he has made some serious inroads there. And he's in, what, 3/10 is that? That's crazy.
Absolutely, he's got past Alonso there, up to P2. I'm sure Jack will do the same now to go round his partner there. But Noah gaining on the Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton once again being the hunter instead of the hunted. But Jack gets ahead of Alonso here. Of course, the two Aston Martins along side by side here, but Jack's one main target now is Noah. Of course, the Ferrari Lewis Hamilton is in the way, but I'm sure once Noah gets past him, Jack will as well, and then, people, it will be game on.
Absolutely, this is going to be a really, really close battle. And Lewis Hamilton might just get swallowed up a little bit, as we see him being chased down by Noah relentlessly.
Absolutely, 3/10 now off. He's right on the back of Hamilton here. I'm sure he'll be going for an overtake any minute now. Will it be down the outside? I think that is. Yes, it is. No, it wasn't. It was the inside, I think. No, it was the outside. Sorry, I'm getting mistaken here. I'm really awful at F1 knowledge. Anyway, now Noah charges it down the straight into P1. Jack gets ahead of Lewis Hamilton into P2, and they're both ahead once again. And it is truly, as I've said many times before, game, set, and match.
Yes, and this is going to be a really interesting phase of the race, actually, because if Jack can actually get ahead, it might pay dividends to do it within the next 2 laps. Or just leave it be if he can't do it, because if he's going to dig his tyres out, trying to overtake, that might not even happen. It might not be worth it in the long run, considering there is still half of the race to go.
Absolutely. I mean, if you've got half a race. When would you, if you were one of these guys, when would you think of pitting, and what would you go on?
It's tricky. It really is tricky. I would maybe think in the next sort of 6-7 laps. Oh god. That you might hit onto a set of mediums, and then go 10 laps on that. But it's tricky. Maybe sort of 8 laps, and that leaves you with another 8 laps to go medium, which I think is viable enough, to be honest. So yeah, I think my best bet is tricky to call. My best bet would probably be around lap 22, 23 to go on a set of mediums if they have.
Right, fair enough, okay. But obviously now, Noah pulling away massively from Jack here. So I truly think this will come down to the pit stops now. We have 30 laps left of this race now. So a lot still left to go. Of course, Ritvik, make sure you watch your time because it's now 27 past. Not that I'm trying to ush you out, of course. I would love to keep you on here, but I don't want you to be late. But Noah is now 2 seconds ahead here. I mean, Noah is just charging it away. He's trying to build that gap, but whether he can is another question. How old are those tyres as well? Noah's are 2 laps newer, so Noah definitely has the advantage, and Jack will have to pit sooner. And potentially the undercut may not work.
Yeah, it's tricky. It really is a tricky one here with the strategy. And I think they do also have the benefit of the fact that the other drivers, like the actual racers, are not in contention right now for the top spots. So it does leave just those two. I'm not sure if my screen is glitching there a little bit, sorry. So yeah, it means that they don't have
Ian's retired! And a safety car!
Oh my word.
No, is it VSC? It's a VSC, no safety car.
Where has he crashed out?
Right by Joe. Just behind him.
Oh.
His icon's gone, but we have a VSC, so unfortunately there'll be no building it all together, but whether, you know, Jack may take advantage of his VSC here. He does! He's going into the pits! Noah doesn't!
He stays out. Wow. What a big call that is. I wonder if he goes on to a newer setup. The hards were not that degraded though. He was only on it for 10 laps before. I'm not sure what.
But Jack now, new wing attached, new hard tyres here, and he pulls away. Will this bet pay off? You know, the VSC is still slowing everyone down. It means Jack will not go as far down as he potentially would have, but he is down to P14 now. He has a lot of recovery to do, but will Noah suffer here? You know, for not going into the pits when he should have potentially. How long will he stay out for? This is the true question, but will the strategy work? We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's a big call. It is a really big call. It could potentially mean that it could come down to the last sort of 5 laps of this race. But he has a long way to go. There's a long way to go. And there's a big gap between Colapinto and Alonso of 10 seconds almost now that he needs to overcome eventually if he wants to get that. And that is going to be a big buffer for Noah to get his head down and build up again. It's going to be a big task, a really big task.
But the one detail we have to remember is barely any of the AIs have pitted.
Yes, that is true. That's very true. So we need to see what happens there. I believe Perez and Sainz could potentially stay out, but the rest of them do need to still pit, yes. So because they didn't pit in the first full safety car, so that is a big factor here.
Absolutely, but oh, actually, there you go. Hamilton and Alonso have pitted. So does Colapinto and Albon, I believe. The AIs are all going in now. Jack will rise up here. How far will he make it? Some of the AIs do stay out, as you said. Sainz, Albon. No, Sainz and Perez, but that's it. Jack round the inside. On Sainz, up to P4.
Yeah, he will still be far behind though. He just will have clean air to do it. So yeah, there you go. There's a 25 second gap now between Hulkenberg and Noah. That's a really, really good buffer. So we'll have to see what we can do.
But we will see. Now Jack round the inside of Perez. He has Hulkenberg in front of him. I will never call him his actual, you know, the way he's actually said, Danny Rickway forever. But Jack on the back of the Audi here. Round the inside, potentially on Hulkenberg. And he gets past up to P2. As you said, Ritvik, he now has clean air for the rest of this race. 25-second gap to build, you know, to knock down. Of course, you also have to mention, Noah still has to stop eventually. He is on 10 lap old hards. Those are not going to last until the end of the race.
And if they do, it will make some hard work trying to keep them there. But yeah, I mean, he could really, because a pit stop now that he's had a cheap one on the VSC, should Noah have to pit, for whatever reason, he will lose about 23 seconds.
If you were... Go on, sorry.
So that could seriously bring Jack right back into contention. I think Jack's perspective, he has done everything in his power with the hand and cards that he's been given to put his car and himself in the best position possible to go for the win. He's got 12 laps here, 13 laps to just put his head down and go. And if the rest of it's in the race's hands, if Noah has to pit because of high deg, then Jack's in the game. If not, then you've got 13 laps to try and pull out a 23-second lead.
Absolutely, but that time is getting knocked down. It's not getting knocked down as fast as, you know, potentially it could be, but it is getting knocked down nonetheless. It was 25 seconds ago, potentially just a lap before. It's now down to the 22-second gap. You know, 23, but, you know, between that. So Jack is knocking down that time. You know, knocking at the door. Potentially, will he be able to get close and break it down? We shall see what happens. We're only on lap 19 for Jack, 20 for Noah. We've still got 11 laps left to go.
It's going to be an interesting next 10 laps, and it's been a relatively quiet one for Joe down there in P16. He's had a bit of troubles this race. He's had a bit of a wrap up in the rest of the grid. He's not got actually that far to go. He wants to go for the points positions, but he's got to start making some of the key overtakes now. He's got to get Perez. Perez now is all over the back of Hulkenberg. The longer he stays there with Joe overtaking him, the longer that gap's going to stay. So if he wants the points positions, he's got to make some of those overtakes now and soon.
Absolutely, it will be a challenge for Joe, but I'm sure he is up to it. Only in P16, has a lot left to go, but will he gain some time here? He's pulling fastest lap after fastest lap out. This is now a 1:32.457. You know, Joe on for that extra point here. You know, it could potentially truly show for Joe. You know, even when he's down and out, he's not fully out. He will rise to the occasion and get back into points. Even if he takes 1 point home here today, it's still an extra point in the Constructors, and all points matter. And he is right on the back of Perez and Hulkenberg here. I'm sure he will go for it any minute now, potentially. Looking definitely for it, but the AI is just managing to stay ahead for now.
Yeah, and of course, should he keep a hold of that fastest lap at the end of the race at checkered flag, it will only count as a World Championship point if he is in the points positions. So for his sake, he needs to get into P10 at the very least. But he's done well here. All of the cars are in a little bit of a train at the moment, so it will be hard to overtake. But if he can do so and he can keep a hold of that fastest lap, then it will be good for him.
Absolutely, and I'm sure, as I said, he's up for the challenge because it's Joe. You never ever count him out. But he is about to get overtake mode, and he goes for it. A little bit of knock into Hulkenberg, and Perez has spun him out.
I don't know if he's had any wing damage, but it was. I don't want to say fortunate, but it was the way Finn sort of went. He was hit into one way, and then he was hit back into straightness the other way.
There is definitely wing damage on that left side.
Yeah, and he's lost that end plate, look. And that's going to damage his race a lot. And oh dear, and he's hit the wall again. There's a lack of steering, he's out of the race.
And he is tired here. He tried to crash out, it didn't work, so he decided just to retire instead. But nevertheless now, we focus back up on the top. There appears to be no safety car at all, no VSC in action. So for the next 10 laps of this race, it is going to be pure and utter racing between Noah and Jack to see who will take this P1 position home. Potentially Noah thinking, I'm going to hold out, see how long I can last with these tyres. And when it gets extra close, I'm going to pull out the softs and I'm going to show this guy what it means to be a world champion.
Yeah, and we'll have to see whether that works for him or whether Jack's pulled a blinder by having a second pit stop under VFC and having even more fresh tyres. But it will be a straight shootout, as you said, down to the end of this race to see whether Noah can hold on in those older tyres. But that is unfortunately where I'm going to have to leave you guys, as it is becoming time for me. I have to get going, but I'm very excited to find out the results. And I will take that and Noah and to hold
I'm going to be honest, your speech kind of went a little bit fuzzled as you were moving out, I guess, a bit there, Vic.
Is it a bit better now?
A little bit. I think as you're moving about, it's getting a bit fuzzy.
Is this a bit better?
Yeah, that's a bit better.
Yes, so I was saying it will be a straight shootout for the rest of this race. But yes, unfortunately, that is where I'm going to have to leave you guys as the. I will place my stocks on Noah being able to hold out these 9 laps. I think his pace has been strong the whole race. Although in the last 4 or 5 laps, Jack has pulled up about 5 seconds. I do think it's going to be too much for him to decline to essentially make up 2 and a bit. That is where my thoughts lie, and that is where I'll leave you guys. I'm excited to find out the results of this race.
No worries, mate. Thank you very much for joining me once again, and potentially see you next time for Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Viva Vegas!
See you in a bit, mate. And I believe it might be. There we go. He is now gone. We have 8 laps left of this race here, people. We are back. Just me once again. Unfortunately, you know, Ritvik's audio didn't sound great through the entire video. Hopefully we can clean that up a little bit, but nevertheless, hopefully it sounded alright. But to focus back here on this, we have 16.9 second gap between Noah and Jack now. We have 8 laps left of this race to go. And, you know, what are the tyres looking like? 15 lap old Haas to 6 lap old Haas. Is Noah trying to just extend those Haas as long as he can go to potentially pull Jack to, you know, have his tyres at 10 lap old Haas, so when Noah does eventually pit, he could just absolutely smash it in, you know, not smash it, that's the wrong saying, but you get what I mean, basically. But anyway, people, I hope you have enjoyed this race so far. I hope you enjoyed Ritvik being back on commentary, even with a bit of a dodgy mic. We will have to fix that up for next time, especially, you know, with Callum as well. When he joins us, well, he's being a little bit quiet in the videos, but we'll turn him up next time. It just seems to be a thing with the co-commentators in Season 6. Doesn't seem to be going as good as it was in Season 5, you know, with the audio, but nevertheless, people, will be back with them shortly, I'm sure. You know, either way, Callum's still a steward, so he's still a part of this, but Callum might be a little bit out of it, but we shall see what happens here. But a 16.4 second gap now between Jack and Noah. I'm not sure what much I can say here for the next 8 laps after this race, people. 8? No, 7. We're on lap 24. Do maths correctly, Daniel. There you go. Yeah, honestly, this has been such a good race. You know, Jack, you know, on his return, you know, was, you know, with Haas last time, we saw a little bit of a battle between Noah and Jack in Australia. But, unfortunately, Jack did DNF that race, otherwise that was his race. Even Noah confirmed that. That would have been Jack's race if he didn't DNF, and then Jack has gone, you know, on a little bit of a hiatus ever since, but he's come back. He's got that pole position, you know, that extra point for the team, and now he is here in P2. Here's either way, touch wood, nothing else happens this race. I mean, you can literally hear me tapping it just to make sure, you know, because last time it didn't really work with Noah, but touch wood, nothing else happens. Jack will either be in that P1 or P2. He will absolutely be on a podium position, and what a time to come back, you know, and show that he's going to be up there. But when Joe gets a track he likes, George and Peter come back as well, guys, this will be an absolute battle, you know, for this championship. I am sure of it. We're on round number 6 now, so we have 14 rounds left of this season, with a potential for, you know, Madrid might be exiting out the season, because apparently that's not been that great. But nevertheless, people, it is getting close now between Jack and Noah, down to 14.8 second gap. And I do wonder whether, you know, there are some people available. I'm not going to bother Noah and Jack, but I believe I could potentially get into... Let me message Ian and ask if I can join their call. I will wait until he gets back to me. It shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Hopefully maybe a minute or something, I will find out. It'd be cool to join my call because, there's 3 of them there that can give their thoughts. We've got 5 laps left of this race, people. 15-second gap. Let's join my call, shall we? Give me 1 second, people.
We keep the evidence going.
Hello, hello.
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 What happened today?
I tried my very best. I do promise.
Jacob saw like the boogeyman and pressed the accelerator to get away.
Nice.
I struggled so much to get back up into grids, and then I just went too fast around that corner, and my thing has lost connection.
Do you want any? I'm sure you should be able to get invited back.
Could you stream yours? I might as well just watch yours.
Unbelievable. Join your call for a video, and now I'm having to stream it. Yeah, fine.
I'll end my stream. It's no fun.
There you are. But yeah, I just thought because Ritvik's left now because he had to go, and I thought I was just sat there like I can't talk for the next 4 laps where there's a 14.8 second gap and there's nothing else going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. You've been, set.
DNF.
Great content.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah,
what we strive for.
How did you find your first race, Jacob?
Well, I knew I wasn't.
He found the wall very
well,
tasty,
and I was just glad that I wasn't hitting stuff like I was when we were doing practice.
in the practice.
And then qualifiers were okay. I got last, but I survived. And then the race began like normal. I was doing okay. And then I saw Joe behind me, and he was catching up. I was like, I need to speed up. I need to get past him. And I didn't notice that there was a really sharp turn, and I crashed into it.
Fair enough. Okay, so you're just unlucky then, basically.
Yeah, it was actually his fault. It's not mine. I didn't do anything.
Oh, send it to the stewards. We'll investigate it. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Shit! You're just like, a fucking ghost appeared behind me, man. I had to run.
But I mean, the fact is though, you've come in, obviously not much experience, and you
just smacked the wall.
Has he?
Yeah, he just kind of put down on the power too much, slid to the side and smacked the wall.
But yeah, you've come into this, this your first race, and you've done quite well. Like, you've survived for a while, and that is, there is things to improve on, yes, but you will improve over time. Ian, when he first came into this league, no offence, Ian, you couldn't catch up to pretty much anyone. But now you're really up there. You've improved so much.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. My stream is just a blank screen, so I'm gonna just leave it like that.
Already?
I'm recording some gold right now. I thought I would still try and give you some content.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You get Minecraft.
Thanks.
Added to the agenda. That's our next race.
Nice.
Is Minecraft Village.
But
Jack smacked the wall again. Jack smacked another wall.
Have you guys been watching obviously this race since you crashed out then? What's your thoughts so far?
I've been tuning it periodically.
I've been waiting
I've been going in and out.
for those two to crash for so long. Jack's almost there. Don't get me wrong, Jack is quick. He's really quick. He's quite a good driver. But I want everyone to crash.
Don't say that, Ian.
But then we can just have a race with no winners, no nothing.
No,
I don't know.
Just because you don't want Noah and Jack advancing the championship when you're not.
It's not Noah, it's mainly Jack and Alonso, second and third. An extra 30 points. 32 points, 33 points.
Hey, I'm the one.
So far behind.
I'm the one. I'm the one who told him, little secret. I was like, just so you know, Alonso's in third place in the championship. It's like, thanks for telling me. I'm not getting rid of Alonso now.
How could it, to be fair, no, that's valid. I saw that and I was like, yeah, no, that's valid.
He asked me which team was best, and I had to give an honest opinion. I couldn't,
Alonso's doing very well for...
I mean, it's Haas. That's the best team.
I'm sorry, wait, did you add a H to that, or did you just specifically say AAS?
I don't know.
It's like on my side, all I heard was ass. It's like, ass is the best. And I was like, God damn, Jacob.
It is the best.
I didn't realize we needed your review here. Sorry, Dan, you're going to have to bleep out this commentary now.
For a second time, alright, Ian, thank you so much.
Don't worry, I did it. But to be fair, no, you're going to have that comment say back. And that word is going to sound so much like that bad word that you're just going to have to bleep it out anyway.
To be honest, I probably didn't notice it unless you mentioned it. That's the thing. So now I'm going to have to go through this video and entirely watch the ending just to find this specific point, just to cut it.
Don't worry, I'm going to send you all my clips with the swear words in as well.
Oh, thank you so much, Ian. I really appreciate it.
You're going to have to just bleep everything.
Oh, my words. Oh, God help me on this editing. But yeah, I think. Do you reckon you're turning back up again, Jacob? Or is this you done? You're fed up?
Oh no, I'm
you enjoyed this race pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I think Haas is the team of just, we don't care if we crash as long as we're there for the fun. Like, everyone else could crash. There could be a giant pileup. We would be laughing. Everyone would be like, no, my strategy. We would just be like, oh no. We made a few positions though.
I think that's true, except for the last race in the last season.
And yeah, at the end of the last season, Haas was like, oh, we need second place. But now it's kind of changed to everybody's that far ahead. That is
I'm rolling in the points right now. I don't need to worry about that.
I am going to have to
prop this team up.
I am going to have to deafen you guys, by the way, because I'm going to have to do the ending shortly, because it is the last lap. So I will talk to you guys in a bit.
No, that's fine. Yeah, just hold
on.
But people, we are on the last lap of this race, and I apologise about, if that seemed like a bit of a nuisance. No, nonsense, that's the word I'm looking for. Totally didn't say nuisance. I definitely don't mean that. No, not at all. I'm joking, Ian, before you have a go at me. I apologise. Your commentary, and of course Jacob and Jamie, your commentary is brilliant, guys, so thank you for contributing. That will definitely be, I'm going to turn that up to the max. Every time you guys talk, I'm just going to automatically turn it up, so it's just boomed every time, or anything. I don't know, we'll come up with it. But what a great race it has been. I mean, Jack and Noah have gone backwards and forwards since the first lap of this race. Jack did fall off for a little bit, but Noah unfortunately suffered during that safety car. Jack, I generally think that pit worked for Jack, but then again, 18.2 seconds off. If he didn't pit, he may have stayed really close. We do not know. We can never know. But guys, we are coming up to the final corners here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, because once again in Season 6, Noah comes back home to not only win this race, but win it in incredible fashion, as he took off from pole, and he wins this race. Not took off from pole, took off from P2, overtook Jack, and wins this race. What a great battle it was today. What a great race it was between Noah and Jack. For Jack to come home to P2 and his teammate Alonso in P3. What a brilliant weekend this is for Aston Martin, people. I hope you have enjoyed. We're gonna go to the podium, people. And here we are with the podium. Noah once again stepping out to that P1 position here. I believe it is his second win this season. Is that correct? Yes, because... yeah, I believe it is his second win this season. I'm going to have to double check that. But the two Aston Martins on his left and right. What a brilliant return race for Jack. You know, he's come back from a little hiatus. He's come in, he's mastered Singapore, and he's come over that P2 position. His teammate Alonso in P3, and in case there's no table, it's in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, tap that bell button so you don't miss another video, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye, guys.